Hi there, my name is Scott Crump. I'm the main shaper at Soul Life Surfboards. Today we're going to talk about a new model that we're doing for 2014. This particular model's name is the Back to Basics model. Kind of came about 2012 and 2013, saw me working with a ton of different surfers, different places, different wave types, and we had quite an accelerated development of some new models, our Super Stomp, our MV from Eddie Menardi, Little Rascals. We've known a lot of little boards and all kinds of stuff. But for me personally, I've ridden so many different types of boards in the last year and a half that I really just felt it was time for me to get back to basics. So what I've done is incorporated the basics of the Bud model that we used to do. I worked for a long time with a ripping surfer in Santa Cruz named Bud Freitas, and he's always loved the round tails. So I started, the core of this design comes from the Bud round tail. To advance it and make it more mine and how I want it, and like improve it in my personal opinion, I've added a little bit more curve through the entire outline in the nose as well, so it's not as pointy up the front end. This particular board is 5'11", 18 3/4, 2 3/8 with 27.5 liters of volume. We run through here, we've got 4.4 millimeters. I always do the concave depths in millimeters just because it's more accurate, and we're doing such tiny increments of more or less, whatever. This one's got 4.4, which is a fair bit, millimeters of concave through the center with a beautiful double concave through the tail. We're using future fins on this particular board just because I like it. The fins sit in the base, and I don't know, they just seem real drivey. The nose area on this board is, the nose is 12 inches, the tail is 14 1/4. So there's a lot of width there with the 18 3/4 in the middle. The nose rocker is 4 9/16, and the tail is 2 7/16. So you've got a fair bit of tail rocker in there and a lot of area. So the double concave keeps that whole back end loosened up. Still quite drivey, super fun to surf. Basics, you see there isn't any carbon patches on this particular board because personally I don't usually go through the tail on the rails. So, but we still put them with the stock boards. But it seems like it stiffens them up a little bit back there. It alters that natural flexion pattern that these PU blanks have. And speaking of blanks, this blank, the reason this board is so bright white, we're using the US blanks. They've got a new formula that's it's pretty day glow. It's got a little bit of blue in it, and it's really bright. And the strength to weight ratio is awesome on it. And this board was glassed at Halifax Glassing in Florida that we love to use. It's arguably the best glass shop that I've ever worked at around the world. And this one particular board, they run the edges up about 5 inches in front of the back fins, so it's or the side fins. It just keeps it real drivey with all the looseness of the extra tail rocker. Even has some low-key new Soul Life logos you see there. And yeah, I love curves. Can't wait to get this one wet. Thanks.